Let's talk about the many ways a spouse, especially a husband, might fail to defend his wife, both in public and in private. These moments can be subtle or obvious, but their impact is always real. When your partner doesn't stand up for you, it can feel like a small thing in the moment, but over time, these moments add up and can deeply affect your relationship and your sense of self. Picture this. You're at a family gathering. Your mother-in-law makes a sharp comment about your cooking or parenting. Your husband hears it, but instead of speaking up, he stays silent. Maybe he even laughs it off. You look to him for support, but he avoids your gaze, leaving you to fend for yourself. In that moment, you feel exposed, alone, and maybe even betrayed. The silence from your partner can sting more than the words themselves. It's not just about the comment, it's about feeling like you're standing alone, even when your partner is right there beside you. Or maybe you're out with friends. Someone makes a harmless joke at your expense. Instead of defending you, your husband shrugs it off or joins in. You try to laugh along, but inside you feel hurt and unsupported. These moments add up. Each time your spouse doesn't stand up for you, it chips away at your sense of security. You start to wonder if your feelings matter or if you're just being too sensitive. Sometimes the lack of defense happens in private. You share how hurt you felt after a family event, but your husband dismisses your feelings. Maybe he says you're overreacting or tells you to just ignore it. Instead of feeling heard, you feel dismissed, as if your emotions are an inconvenience. This dismissal can make you feel invisible, as if your emotions don't matter. Over time, it can lead to insecurity, feeling unloved, and even questioning your worth. You might start to withdraw, keeping your feelings to yourself because you don't want to be told you're overreacting again. The emotional impact is real. You might start doubting yourself, wondering if you're too sensitive or if you deserve to be treated this way. Your self-esteem can take a hit and you may feel inferior, especially around in-laws or outsiders who seem to have more influence over your husband than you do. These feelings can linger, affecting how you see yourself and your relationship. Here's an example. Sarah always felt anxious before visiting her husband's family. His sister would make sly remarks about her job, and her husband would just smile, never stepping in. After years of this, Sarah started dreading family events, feeling like she didn't belong. She confided in a friend, who reassured her that her feelings were valid and encouraged her to talk to her husband. Or take Priya, whose husband would dismiss her feelings whenever his friends teased her. "They're just joking," he'd say. But Priya felt isolated, like she was the only one who cared about her own feelings. After one particularly hurtful night, she found herself crying alone, wondering if her marriage was as strong as she thought. These experiences can leave lasting scars. When your spouse doesn't defend you, it's not just about that one moment. It's about feeling unprotected in a world that can already be harsh. Over time, you might start to build walls, protecting yourself from further hurt, but also distancing yourself from your partner. If you're experiencing this, know that you're not alone. Many people struggle with partners who don't know how, or are unwilling, to stand up for them. It's important to recognize these patterns and understand that your feelings are valid. The first step is communication. Talk to your spouse honestly and openly. Let them know how their silence or dismissal makes you feel. Use I statements like, "I feel hurt when you don't speak up for me," instead of blaming or accusing. This can help your partner understand your perspective without feeling attacked. Sometimes your partner may not even realize the impact of their actions or inaction. They might think they're keeping the peace, or that it's not a big deal. But when you share your feelings, it gives them a chance to see things from your point of view and to grow as a partner. Defending each other is a skill that can be learned. With honest conversations and a willingness to grow, couples can build a stronger, more supportive partnership, one where both people feel valued and protected. Apologies and small changes in behavior can go a long way toward healing old wounds and building trust. If talking doesn't help, consider seeking support from a counselor or therapist. Sometimes having a neutral third party can make it easier to communicate and understand each other's needs. Therapy can provide tools for setting boundaries, expressing emotions, and supporting each other in healthy ways. Remember, it's also important to have a support system outside your marriage. Friends, family, or support groups can offer perspective, comfort, and encouragement as you work through these challenges. The world is tough enough. You deserve a partner who has your back, always. With patience, communication, and support, it's possible to create a relationship where both partners feel safe, valued, and truly defended.